Okay, good, we're good, yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out this evening. Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertising such notice in the Home News Tribune, the Asbury Park Press, the Board Office, the schools, and on Cablevision Channel 118 and Verizon Fios Channel 24, and by filing such notice with the Township Clerk. Notice has also been provided that as of March 1st, 2026, future meetings notices will only be published on the district website. This meeting was scheduled for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. The board will take formal action on payment of bills and other agenda items. Mr. Whiteout?
The Old Bridge Township Board of Education acknowledges that the law of the state establishes that members of the public, including members of the board, have the right to record public board meetings using audio or video recording devices, provided that the act of recording does not interfere with the business of this public board meeting. Therefore, the board makes it known that any such recording is to be considered the private recording of the individual and in no manner represents the official record of this board. The board, therefore, takes no responsibility for such private recording and completely disavows any future use.
Roll call, please.
Ms. D'Antuno.
Here.
Mr. Dunn.
Here.
Ms. Jodry.
Here.
Ms. Mazzone.
Here.
Ms. Richards-Patterson.
Here.
Mr. Slade.
Here.
Mr. Solokowski.
Here.
Mr. Venkatesan.
Here.
And Ms. Francisco.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Can everybody please stand for the pledge and then remain standing? Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Move the Board of Education acknowledge the death of Janet Mary Kernan, retired benefits secretary, and Sally Ann Barber, retired bookkeeper, and Alyssa Voss, paraprofessional assistant, and express its deepest sympathies to their family and friends. Thank you. Christina, I think you're on for Code of Ethics.
The board member will recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board.
Okay, can I have a motion for the approval of minutes?
Ms. Owen, motion.
Richards Patterson will second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Dunn.
Yes.
Ms. Jodry.
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone.
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Slade.
Yes.
Mr. Solokowski.
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan.
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno.
Yes.
And Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolution 1 for approval of minutes passes.
Okay, recognition. Move the board approve the retirement of the following staff members with deep appreciation for their years of dedicated service to the districts.
Karen Keats, Madison Park teacher, 31 years. Tracy Gambino, Carl Sandburg Middle School teacher, 20 years. Diana Marchica, athletic secretary, 23 years. Robin Wolf, middle school teacher for RTI, 21 years. Carolyn Hauser, Old Bridge High School Spanish teacher, 26 years, altogether totaling 121 years. Congratulations to all of you on your retirement, and good luck in your future.
So I apologize. I skipped our report from our very wonderful student rep, so I'm just going to take a second, go back to that. Jordan, I'm sorry. I was moving so quickly. Thank you for being here.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you've all been well and safe during these times, and more importantly, staying warm. I know I have been. A lot has happened in Old Bridge High School, so let's get started. First, the Student Senate successfully hosted their biggest event of the year, Nights Out. Over 200 high school students came over and enjoyed a great night of food, music, activities, and friends. A special thank you to Mayor Walker, Senator Henry, All-American Forward of Old Bridge, Dr. DeLuca and DeLuca Chiropractic, the Friendly Sons, and of course our amazing PTSA for their generous donations. Looking ahead, we have some great events upcoming. This Friday, the 20th, from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., the Chinese Honor Society will be hosting their Lunar New Year Gala. The Sweetheart Soiree, hosted by People First and UMFA, is tomorrow after school, with proceeds of the event benefiting the Old Bridge Animal Shelter. Finally, on March 4th, the Black Student Union will host their annual Soul Food event, with the Muslim Student Association hosting an iftar night the following day on March 5th. We encourage everyone to come out and celebrate these great events. Moving on, our winter sports teams have continued to compete and perform at the highest levels throughout their seasons. The boys and girls basketball teams have been in great form of late and secured spots in the GMC Conference Tournament and are looking forward to the state tournament as well. Our bowling team has advanced to the state semifinals, continuing an incredible season, while the ice hockey team plays their final home game tomorrow at the Municipal Complex. The swim team finished off a strong year with multiple nights winning titles, as the boys and girls indoor track team both had strong showings at their GMC Conference Championship meet. The teams took home multiple individual and relay titles, while the girls team took home the first GMC Conference Championship in 12 years. Great job, ladies. The girls wrestling team finished second at the GMC Championships, an outstanding finish by the girls. And finally, led by several individual conference champions, the boys wrestling team won their first ever GMC Championship in school history. Congrats, boys. Last but certainly not least, the cast and the crew of Me and My Girl have been working hard on what is sure to be a fantastic production. Be sure to come out and support them on March 19th, 20th, and the 21st. I'll be looking forward to seeing you all there. With that, we have a lot more in store, so thank you for your time and have a great evening.
Thank you, Jordan. Okay, getting back to our recognition. Move the board to recognize Ashley Markle, Jr. at Old Bridge High School for being named the 2025-2026 Gatorade New Jersey Volleyball Player of the Year, the state's highest honor for high school athletics, recognizing excellence in sport, academics, and community service. Ashley led Old Bridge to the Group 4 state championship, earned first team all-state honors, and maintains a 4.1 GPA. As part of the award, she received a $1,000 grant, which she donated to the Play Unified program, reflecting her strong commitment to service and inclusion. She has committed to play beach volleyball at Florida State University beginning in 2027.
Now, I've had a, that was loud. I've had a front row seat the last 3 years to watch Ashley and Coach Hopman, who's here with her, and certainly Mr. and Mrs. Markle, just a tremendous family. And although she is amazing on, on the volleyball court, what sets her apart is her character. She stands out, and I can't wait to see what great things she's going to do in the future. And I was hoping to get to the podium, but Mr. Domino will not allow that to happen because I know he has some really nice things to say. So at this time, our athletic director, Mr. Domino, why don't you come up to the podium? Ashley, why don't you join him?
Come on up, Ash. Thank you, Dr. Sasso. All right, good evening, everyone. On behalf of our entire athletic department, it is my honor to recognize Ashley Markle as the New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year for girls volleyball. The Gatorade Player of the Year award, organized by Gatorade, recognizes the top student athletes in the nation for excellence in the classroom, on the court, and in the community. It is one of the most prestigious honors a high school athlete can receive because of it celebrates not just performance, but character and commitment. Before presenting Ashley with the frame, I want to share 4 things that make Ashley truly deserving of this recognition. First, capable versus willing. There are many athletes who are capable. They have talent, they have skill, but not everyone is willing. Willing to put in the extra work, willing to lead, willing to sacrifice for the team. Ashley is both. She is incredibly capable, and even more importantly, she is willing. Willing to show up early, willing to stay late, willing to do whatever the team needs to help us succeed. Second, competitor. Ashley competes with passion and purpose. She doesn't shy away from big moments. She embraces them. Her competitive spirit raises the level of everyone around her and sets the standard for excellence in our programs. Third, role model. Younger athletes look up to her, teammates respect her, teachers appreciate her. She represents what it truly means to be a student athlete, excelling academically, performing at highest level on the court, and giving back to the community. By receiving this award, Gatorade provides Ashley the opportunity to give back by awarding a $1,000 grant to a program of her choice. Ashley has chosen to donate those funds to Old Bridge Unified Sports, continuing to make an impact beyond the court and further demonstrating her commitment to inclusion and community. And finally, it is nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ashley embodies that. Despite her success and recognition, she remains humble, gracious, and kind. That tells you everything you need to know about her character. Lastly, I want to take a moment to recognize her parents. To Ashley's parents, thank you. Thank you not just for supporting Ashley, but supporting our entire program, our coaches, and our athletic department. You have been present, you have been positive, you have trusted us with your daughter, and that trust means everything. In today's world, that kind of partnership matters. You have never questioned our intentions. You have never wavered in your support. Instead, you have reinforced our values at home, stood behind our coaches, and modeled what true teamwork between family and school looks like. Ashley, it is incredibly proud of you. This is a well-deserved honor. Ashley, we have a frame for you. Hang up wherever you'd like, okay? Let's go to the center over here.
Okay, we have some more recognition for everybody. Move the board to recognize the Jonas Salk Middle School Esports Rocket League team, who had an amazing run in the Garden State Esports Fall Finals held at Georgian Court University. As the #1 seed, Salk beat South Amboy and Warren to reach the state championship match. Salk finished as state runner-up after a tough final against Maurice River Township. Huge congratulations to our players on an outstanding season. Congratulations. Mr. Gordon, would you want to come up?
While Coach Gordon is on his way up with his team, come on, guys, why don't you join
on up.
Coach Gordon at the podium? I'd also like to recognize, I know Mr. Rezis is here, a principal at Salk, and so supportive of the team and the program. I had a firsthand look at a recent visit to Salk, and does an amazing job in there. And when I was there, you guys were competing. You had a tournament going during lunch, and so I know Coach Weiss is going to be really excited about what you're building down there at the middle school. So thanks, Coach.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for making it, guys. Yeah, come a little closer. Don't be shy. Who's speaking? You guys want to speak for me? Justin? All right. First off, Mrs. Francisco, we really appreciate that. I remember when you were walking in the halls, I was like doing jumping jacks. I said, the board members are in the building. You got to come check this out. Because you never know what's happening, right, unless you actually see it. People talk, but you got to see it with your eyes, right? And that's one thing I've been doing as far as like just making videos, promoting everything that we do that's positive with these kids. We make a positive impact on the community. So it's more than just like making playoffs and going for championships with me. It's more like building the community, making us stronger as one. So that's one of the things that we do here at Salk, right? We infuse it into our lunch program for 7th and 8th graders so they have a place to come. They want to come to school. They have some friends now. They make new friends. They keep them out of trouble. Unstructured time's the worst, right? So they come here, they hang out, they don't get in trouble, right? But I do have to say thank you to a few people. Dr. Hoker's obviously probably the main one. Like this is like, yeah, and Dr. Calandria as well. But you know, they really championed this. This is probably like what, almost 4 years in the making. It's been a lot. It's been a while. My 8th graders, where are you guys at? There's a few 8th graders here. So they were here from the beginning when we first started it really at Jonas Salk. And when our first season in the fall, we had computers, but they weren't even functioning yet. We had to do it remotely. So this is the process. Every year, a new year, we revisit, make little tweaks, add some things. We do school-wide tournaments just to bring everyone together, 6th, 7th, and 8th grades during lunch, you know, have like 160 people involved, boys and girls. So we do a lot of cool things. And that's like the main thing, is just like do cool things with the kids, right? That's keep it simple, and that's what we do here. There are a few all-stars I'd like to recognize. Owen, you could say hi. He got voted one of the top Super Smash Brothers players in the entire state. Owen, he's really good. And we have another one he's getting an award this Saturday. Nathan Lee. So his award is not to take anything away from Owen, but he competed in a game called Street Fighter. I'm sure you guys have heard of that, right? And our league consisted of only high schools and a few middle schools, right? And out of 400 schools, high schools and middle schools, he's top 8. In the top 8 in the entire state, a 7th grader. Very proud of you. Community-wise, Ange, Kel, Justin, Gemma. So last year, we wanted to build like some more community, not just have competitive things. So we did something called Community Minecraft, right? And these girls and guys headed it up, and it's their baby, and they control it. They run it by themselves. I obviously oversee a little bit, but they run it themselves. It's pretty awesome. So, thanks, guys. You make the program. And none of this could actually happen if I didn't have leadership that allowed me to do this stuff and be creative. So Mr. Rezes is the man. If you guys don't know Mr. Rezes, thanks for just letting me be creative and do something cool with the kids. And I know Coach Weiss at the high school talked very fondly of Dr. Sasso, and we spoke, and you're very passionate and supportive, so we're happy to have you. So, I mean, that's about it. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but let's go.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I could surely feel that passion coming out right there from Mr. Gordon when I walked into the building that day, and he's like, "Come see it all," and it was really eye-opening to me to see the depth of this program because I really had no idea. And now he sends me videos of them at their matches, and it's really cool to see. So congratulations to all of you who are involved, and thank you, Mr. Gordon. Oh, wait, he's coming. They're awesome. I love those videos. So great job, and thank you. All right, can we get a roll call to approve our recognition?
You need a motion first.
Yep, I need a motion. I would help.
Dan Tuno will move.
Ms. Almost second.
Any discussion?
I would like to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
So first, I would like to say congratulations to Ashley. That's an amazing honor. And to her parents, I mean, to hear what Mr. Domino has to say about your daughter, that's strides to you guys. The accolades that she contributes to the community, to her teammates. That's really that's a congratulations to you guys. Good luck in school. Well, I know you have another year, but good luck in college. To the Salk Middle School Esports Rocket League. When I first got on the board and when they were talking about the esports program, I was like, we have a class that just lets kids play video games. And then when we got to see the esports studio and we got to really learn, it's such an amazing program. So thank you to everybody who makes that program as big as it is and as accomplished as it is, to the students, to the teachers, to it all, because it really is such an it's a voice for kids who aren't athletic. You know, not every kid is athletic. And when we were growing up, you know, if you weren't that athletic, you were like the outcast. And this just brings everyone together. So congratulations to Salk Middle School's esports program. I know Sandburg has a great esports program, and so does the high school. So congratulations to everyone. But Ashley, you should be really proud of yourself. And wherever you go, take that with you, because that's your character is what you are. So congratulations.
Madam President, I just want to comment and congratulate Ashley and her wonderful parents for supporting her, because athletics is very important. I know that firsthand because I was in your shoes. I played high school football, college football, so congratulations. I know it's very difficult to maintain a great character and education and also athletics at the same time. So that means there's commitment on your part and your parents' part to see through to make sure you're very best. Congratulations again, Ashley. Mr. Hopman, you're not getting away. Your volleyball program in Albridge has been amazing. For the last 10 plus years, all I hear is how wonderful the program is, all the accolades, the championships, everything. And that's because of your dedication, your love for the sport, and your fondness for all the participants. And a coach at your level is so important because you become a role model. Your players admire you. They give their best for you and for themselves. So I want to thank you from the Board of Education and everyone involved, because you come back every year as a championship coach and giving our kids a wonderful start, because when you have championship caliber kids who get into college, that is a direct reflection on you and our community. So thank you, Mr. Hopman, for your years of encouragement and love for our kids. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to?
Yeah, I just want to echo the same thoughts, but particularly want to highlight, Ashley, you're not only an inspiration for the students, you're an inspiration for even the grown-ups, honestly speaking. And the four things that Mr. Dan Dimino spoke about, you really appreciate it. Please carry forward, like Kristen said. Good luck.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Chaudhry,
With Old Bridge pride, I vote yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Absolutely yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade.
Yes.
Bless you out there. Mr. Zolikowski.
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno, bless you again.
Congratulations to all, yes.
Bless you again. Mr. Dunn
Absolutely yes. Congratulations again.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1, 2, and 3 for recognition passes. Congratulations to all.
Okay, Dr. Sasso, you have a superintendent's report for us.
I will not be offended if you guys want to leave right now. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. No, you're here. You're here. Good evening. And first and foremost, I want to thank our Old Bridge community for always showing up when people need us the most. These past couple weeks have been challenging, and I could not be any prouder how our community continues to respond with compassion, strength, and unity. Moving forward, I will be aligning my monthly superintendent's report to our strategic plan, the Bridge to 2028, and our 3 district priorities: excellence in education, fiscal resilience, and the whole child. This evening, I would like to briefly highlight a few examples under excellence in education. And I see our club leader for the HOSA Club, Mrs. Fazio, in the audience. And recently, our Old Bridge High School members of our HOSA chapter participated in a biomedical debate applying knowledge from their medical and health science coursework to real-world healthcare issues. This is authentic learning at its best, rigorous, relevant, and directly connected to their future careers. Thank you, Mrs. Fazio. I also see our Math Honor Society advisor, Ms. Abdike, in the audience, and I'd like to thank her and the members of our Mu Alpha Theta who represented Old Bridge at the Association of Math Teachers of New Jersey conference. Their participation reflects the strength of our advanced math programming and the high expectations we continue to set for our students. These are strong examples of students meeting and exceeding the academic benchmarks we are working to elevate district-wide. The whole child, something that I think we do better than anyone. Across our schools, we continue to build character, leadership, and belonging. I recently was able to watch Carl Sandburg Middle School students and Madison Park Elementary School students initiate a Big Brother leadership partnership, creating meaningful mentorships, and it was amazing. Dr. Oker and I had the opportunity to watch these students from both schools interact. It was great. McDivitt Elementary School embraced the Great Kindness Challenge, reinforcing empathy and compassion. Carpenter Elementary School celebrated on the 67th day of school, yes, a 6-7 celebration, a new tradition building pride and connection. The Helping Hands Peer Mentoring Program at Cooper Elementary School, fostering inclusion and peer leadership. And just recently at Grissom Elementary School, we had the opportunity to see an after-school mentoring program that was absolutely amazing. And these initiatives remind us that when students feel connected, supported, valued, academic excellence follows. So you can find more information not only on these, but on many other amazing initiatives taking place throughout our district in our monthly district newsletter, and we continue to, it's a robust piece of literature that really shows the amazing things going on in our district. And together we'll continue to raise the bar academically, strengthen financial transparency, and invest in the overall well-being of all of our students. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sasso. Mr. Wydell, do we have any correspondence?
No correspondence today.
Okay, let's move on to special committee reports. Do I have any committee chairs that would like to report?
I do. So on February 12th, we had a food service committee meeting where members of our food staff came with members of the Pomptonian team. We just went over how sales are up, meal counts are up, negative balances are still an issue. We have some promos going on. As of now, week 2 of the Ramadan waiver has been sent out to everybody. We're offering both breakfast and lunch for the month of Ramadan. The Google Doc was sent out to every single family. We offered to kids across the district of all age groups. We had B-Day throughout the elementary schools. I think it's a different day for each elementary school throughout the month, where they have giveaways, parfaits with local honey. They are regatta cremosa at the high school. We are having, I forgot what day that is. We have Ramen Day at Sandburg on 2/27, Waffle Day at Voorhees on 2/23, Sushi Day at the GNC on 3/23, and then every week in March at the high school and the GNC, we're doing Flavors Around the World. So they have 4 different areas, and they will be showcasing different meals from those countries. And that's all I have for food service. I don't think we set another date, do we?
We do have one on the calendar.
Do we? All right,
Yes.
well, I didn't check that out.
Yeah, I believe we do. And I did get, at that meeting, there was a presentation that was provided. We did get a revised copy, so I'll be sending that out to the board members to share and post on their social media pages if they choose.
Okay. It looks like the next no, never mind. I don't have it in here, but I know there is one scheduled. Maybe April? I don't know. We'll look and we'll get back to you on
Yeah, I
that
think it
one.
was every other month, so,
Right,
yeah.
I think so too. I'm coming for all those days. I'm coming. I want to eat all of those foods.
Yeah, I'll
Are
be
we
there.
invited?
Except
Can we
sushi
get
day.
an invitation?
I won't be there for Sushi Day, but I'll be there for
Excellent.
everything else.
All right, any other committee reports?
I do. I have two. We had a student services meeting on January 27th. Dr. Doherty, Ms. Adenolfi, and Dr. Tui presented. We had an overview of Inclusive Schools Week, which was December 8th to 12th, and then they presented highlights of 3 different schools, Shara Inclusive School Week's activities. Some of the activities were painting unity through creativity. There was a mural in the hallway. There was a communication lesson, lessons in the classroom pertaining to various modes of communication, quotes of the day, such as "Believe you can" and "You're halfway there." Different literature, "Together afar" as community readers, and being part of the team, which is wearing your favorite sports gear. Another school that was highlighted was Southwood, and they had morning announcements about inclusion made by students. There was a PowerPoint for the morning meeting with videos and discussions on what inclusion means, a bingo sheet for morning meeting to get students talking to each other and learning about each other's differences, and spirit days. Also highlighted was Memorial School. They had an inclusion pledge. Classes discussed what inclusion means, what it looks like, and what it means specifically to them. Strengths badges were awarded, celebrating diversity flower, and class bingo. Then we had a discussion about Unified Club and Unified Generation. Ms. Fazio spoke, and she presented the Old Bridge High School course offering book for 26-27. And I'll just mention the course additions. AP Seminar, which is English 2 requirement, collaborative research, video and media production, level 3, dual enrollment, and level 4, advanced filmmaking and production, multivariable calculus honors, it's a senior course, introduction to nutrition honors, and AP cybersecurity. The information for parents for Old Bridge High School scheduling will be on the landing page, and there's a presentation on dual enrollment and early college, programming sheets, a tutorial for online course requests, and links to course description and link to presentation that will be presented at a town hall. There was a lot of other information, but that's a kind of summary of my notes. Then we had a CPAG meeting on February 11th, yep. First, we shared personal stories of Alyssa Vass, and that's how we opened the meeting. We talked about parents had questions. We talked about what is a CPAG, which is how we usually open the meetings. We talked about the purpose, rationale, and mission. And then Ms. Babbitts talked about always looking for liaisons in schools. So if there are any schools who do not have liaisons for CPAG, they're always looking for somebody to be that liaison and carry information back and forth. She followed up on some questions from last meeting about therapists attending parent-teacher conferences, parent notification about multiple absences in classrooms, Play Unify and McDivitt, and the Second Step program. We also discussed that they met with Dr. Sasso twice already, and they'll continue to meet with him going forward for monthly meetings. He wasn't able to join the meeting because he was traveling. And the topic for the meeting was IEPs. IEPs bring up a lot of different emotions, coming to terms with having hard conversations for children, and every conversation looks different. They provided a lot of really useful resources. You can go on their website to look at those, or if you want to email me or go on my page, you can do that as well. And they specifically talked about which part? Getting all questions answered, and also the CPAG said that they will share the resources for the meeting. They said it's about building relationships, collaborating, and trust. You can also request people who are not required members to attend meetings and consider bringing the child into the meeting. She talked about communication strategies that were important, and speakers who feel understood are more likely to listen. Begin the meeting in a positive way. And that was basically, we talked about other things. Parents brought up questions, but I can tell you the topics of the questions, but for confidentiality, I'm not going to relay specific information, but we talked about progress reports, the addition of paraprofessionals, unified bowling, funding for students with disabilities who want to try sports, esports, people, or talking about how families are notified about a CPAG, and also support for extracurricular activities and the Camp Robin team program. So that was basically it for what we talked about. And I just wanted to mention that on March 3rd will be our next student services meeting at 7 p.m. You can attend in person at the admin building, but we are not recording those because of confidentiality, and we want to give parents the right to come and just speak about anything they feel they need to speak about and create a safe kind of place to do that. So they won't be recorded, but we will have notes. Thank you.
Thank you, Margie. Any other committee reports?
Yeah, I want to provide some updates on the Finance and Long-Range Planning Committee. So we met on February 3rd. It was a closed committee meeting, and PSA came down to present us some long-range planning options. So as a team, we all brainstormed those options, and we have some ideas of how we can move forward. But again, this is long-range planning. On the side, we do also have the budget, and Mr. Weidel is working on and his team. So we're planning to meet again next week, I think 24th. It is again a closed committee meeting, and Mr. Weidel is going to provide us some insights into where we stand on this year's budget. And probably, Mr. Weidel, you also have a date to come back on the, I think it's March 5th.
We're going to change that.
Oh, you're going to change that? Okay.
Yes.
So we're also going to come back to review with everyone. Yeah. Mr. Weidel, if you want to add anything further, yeah, thank you.
So we're going to move that, I believe, to the day before. Is that correct? The day before we were going to do it. So it's going to be Wednesday, March 4th instead.
Same time, 7 o'clock is fine?
Yeah.
So. We can certainly do 6. We could do 6.
Mr. Weidel, is it true that the governor's address has been moved to March, and we won't know our state aid numbers until then?
That is correct. We were told that the governor's address was moved to, I believe, March 11th, but at this time they have not moved the deadline for the budget. So, yeah, figure that one out. So, that's where we stand. That was the latest update from our county at the DOE, and so stay tuned.
Thank you.
Do I have any other committee reports? Okay, so we actually just had a governance meeting right before this. I know that some of you out there may have been present at our meeting. So basically, we reviewed the policies that you see on the agenda that are listed here for approval on a first reading tonight, with the exception of anything pertaining to charter schools. Obviously, we don't need to worry about those, and we are going to keep 2535 for further discussion. So we'll be, I'll let Mr. Weidel do that. We're going to administratively remove that when we get to that spot. But these are the policies that we discussed at our meeting. If you don't have this in front of you, it was nepotism, sexual harassment when considering staff, resource materials, library material, which is the one we're going to table for a bit for more discussion, and public complaints, and one on a general organization fund. So we just had that meeting right before. So I just wanted to share that. And I also just wanted to say one other thing. So at our student services meeting, I know Margie had mentioned that Mrs. Fazio presented on our course offering book. So it is on the agenda tonight for approval. And as soon as it is approved, I know that we'll get that right up on the website. And I really encourage you to take a look at it, because it is a comprehensive, extensive collection of so many amazing classes that we offer at our high school. So I just wanted to, say thank you to you, Mrs. Fazio, and everybody who comes together to put all of that together. And I know you say you enjoy all of that planning on how many course sections and who goes here and who goes that, and the biggest puzzle in the world. So good luck and thank you. All right. So moving on to hearing of the residents on agenda items only. Okay, seeing none. Moving on to policy. So,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, so for policy, we are going to be, for the record, administratively removing policy 0142.1C, policy 0174C, policy 0177C, policy and reg 1570C, and we're going to be tabling policy and regulation 2535 for library material. All others will be on approved for first read, and we'll move forward on second reading, which will come at the March 17th, I believe, is the meeting? March 17th meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Wydell. Curriculum and professional development items 1 through 20. Can I have a motion?
Joe, do you move it?
D'Antuno will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
No to number 1, yes to the rest.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 to 20 for curriculum and professional development passes.
Finance, items 1 through 11. Can I have a motion?
Then we'll make a motion.
Venkatesan will second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 11 for finance carries.
Okay, we do not have anything under athletics or non-certificated personnel office, so we'll move on to non-certificated personnel operational. Can I have a motion for number 1?
D'Antuno will move. Richard Patterson will second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Ms. D'Antuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 for non-certificated personnel operational passes.
Non-certificated personnel, other, items 1 through 6. Can I have a motion?
Mazzone motion.
Venkatesan will second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 6 for non-certificated personnel other carries.
Certificated personnel, items 1 through 16. Can I have a motion, please?
Mazzone motion.
Then we'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. D'Antuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 16 for certificated personnel passes.
Non-certificated personnel transportation. Can I have a motion for item number 1?
Mazzone motion.
Joe, do second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski.
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. Dantuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolution 1 for non-certificated personnel transportation has passed.
Transportation, can I have a motion for items 1 and 2?
Dantuno will move. Richards Patterson will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solakowski.
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. Dantuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 and 2 for transportation passes.
Supplies, equipment, and services, items 1 through 3. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll move it.
Zone second.
Any discussion?
I have a question. Numbers 2 and 3. So now this is the second round of bids that we got for the bridge, correct, Mr. Weidel?
No, this is not for the bridge. This is for what is called an outfall or a retaining wall. It's in the back of the high school. Going towards the open field, there's like a retaining wall. It leads out to a stream in the woods. So this is a different bid from the pedestrian bridge. This one has to go, this has NJDEP regulations involved because there's a public waterway. So these were bids that were received for a different project. It was the retaining wall or outfall repairs. We had 3 bids come in. Capella Construction was the lowest apparent. However, upon legal review with Mr. Parton and with our architect Tokarski and Millman, they were missing a document that they needed signed and notarized. So that made their bid essentially no longer compliant. It was not the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. So that would leave 2 bids remaining, Seacoast and S&G Paving. Both were above our budget for the project. So at this point, hopefully we can rebid this. We'll keep the same exact specs, and all we need is 1 form signed and notarized, and potentially we can authorize or approve to the lowest responsive and responsive bidder.
So question, what
Yes.
was our budget for this project?
We typically won't share it publicly because typically then vendors ask and want to know it. So I can send to the board what our budget for the project is, but it was much closer to that $400,000 number compared to the $793.
You're talking
or
about the
Okay,
cost
so-
estimate, right?
yes.
Yes.
So now,
or the 3.5.
with that missing notarized and signature page, is that going to kick them out of the running? So let's say they do come back and send that signed and notarized, will we then have to re-go out and then?
We have to bid it out. They can't. It's not a you can't rectify with the submission of that 1 sheet. So you have to rebid out and go through the process
So
again.
now what if they come back and say, okay, well, instead of 400,000, now it's going to be 600,000?
They have that right to do so.
Okay, that sucks. Okay, great, thanks.
Can I ask a question? And I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but that is a really large gap between the lowest bid and the highest bid, like 400,000 and 3.5 million?
Yeah, and typically contractors get the opportunity to come look at them at the space. We had a pre-construction meeting. 1 vendor was there, but typically, a lot of times I think this was 11 different vendors did request these specs. It happens, it's a huge variation, but it does happen. It does happen more often than not, actually. Certainly something we're not going to pretend to consider.
Talk about highballing.
Sure. So just to the original question from Ms. Mazzone, for the bridge, we did have 2 unsuccessful bid opportunities or bid solicitations. They were both rejected. All bids were rejected both because of the budget. So now we enter negotiations. We reached out to both vendors that did submit bids on the project. Both are interested in negotiating. So now we meet, I think we have a meeting set for early March in regards to sitting at the table with both contractors. They get to essentially give their recommendations or different suggestions on how they can get this project done at a more cost advantage way. a solution, and then they have to submit a best and final, similar to as you would purchase a house, and then submit all their required vendor documentation. And if the board is in agreement with that best and final, we can move forward with the bridge project. But most likely, the earliest we would have a potential award would be our March 17th meeting, because I think best and finals are due the end of that first or second week in March. So we're getting closer, getting closer.
And there's nothing that we can go back to the state with this on? I mean, it's a hazard for the kids. The kids are then, being transported through the two buildings, whether it's in the street or by bus. So there's nothing that the state can come in, step in and get this done, or?
So when you have an emergency contract or it's an emergent situation that affects the health, safety, or welfare of a child or staff member, what you have to do is make a reasonable accommodation. We essentially did that. We closed the bridge, unfortunately, and then we shuttled the buses.
Right.
So we in any case, if say a roof caved in or anything like that, you just have to address the emergency situation in the least cost effective, or the most cost effective way possible, which was closing the bridge in that sense. So there's nothing, unfortunately, we're following the letter of the law on this in Mr. Parton's eyes as well. And so we'll go through the negotiations and see what we can award from there.
Got it. Thank you.
I have one question on item number 1. I know this is not as big as 400K or 3.5 million, but I see a 30% increase in the Palo Alto web filtering license. Any particular reason?
So it's a 30% increase because it's actually a 15th month renewal. One of the biggest things, and I was working with Mr. Iannizelli, our Director of Technology, some of our renewals for software are different things that we use, and this is again a web filtering software. They started and ended mid-fiscal year, which is not ideal. I like to have things start on the July 1 to June 30th, matches our fiscal year. So in this case, what we were trying to do was I think it was a February start date or March. It was like we were trying to get them to budget or provide a proposal for 4 months. They weren't willing to do that. They were willing to go to 18 months. So this essentially will start and end in concurrent with our fiscal period. So it'll end on June 30th of 2027, because it'll be a 15-year renewal. So it's the remaining of this 25-26 year, and then next year as well.
Correct.
And
Makes
then
sense, yeah.
once it finally ends, it'll be aligned with our current fiscal year.
Correct. Thanks, Mr. Wade.
Thank you, Mr. Rydell, for all that information. All right, can we have a roll call?
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solokowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. Dantuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1, 2, and 3 for supplies, equipment, and services passes.
Okay, miscellaneous items 1 through 5. Can I please have a motion?
Mazzone motion.
Venkatesan will second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Solokowski,
Yes.
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. Dantuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 5 for miscellaneous carries.
Board Secretary and Board Business, can I have a motion for item number 1?
Mazzone motion.
Venkatesan will second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Venkatesan,
Yes.
Ms. Dantuno,
Yes.
Mr. Dunn,
Yes.
Ms. Jodry,
Yes.
Ms. Mazzone,
Yes.
Ms. Richards-Patterson,
Yes.
Mr. Slade,
Yes.
Mr. Solokowski,
Yes.
and Ms. Francisco.
Yes.
Resolution 1 for Board Secretary and Board Business carries.
Hearing of the residents on any school district issue. Okay, seeing none, moving on to, oh, no, go right ahead, I didn't see you.
Gotta adjust. Good morning, good evening. Sorry, it's been a long day. Hi. My name's Alexis. I'm a resident of Old Bridge. I have a two kids in the district. So I wanted to come to speak to the board today about a few concerns I have regarding some Board of Ed members who recently attended a statewide school board summit, which was organized and held by the New Jersey Family Policy Center. The Board of Ed members I am speaking to directly include Christina Mazzone, Brooke Richards-Patterson, and Karen Venkatesan. My concerns are regarding that their attendance violates what I believe are board members' ethical and legal obligations to the Old Bridge school community. The pictures of their attendance was recently published on the New Jersey Family Policy Center's social media website. It's easily publicly viewed. This organization is a known political and lobbying group promoting extremist positions in schools, including policies regarding promoting religious beliefs in public schools, anti-LGBTQ policies, restricting access to books and curriculums, among others. It is clear your attendance was about politics, not education. The website for the summit stated that the focus of this event was to disseminate information to sitting school board members on how to advance the group's political goals within the public school systems that attendees represented. The members I am speaking to today cannot claim they attended simply as a private citizen, as this summit was specifically included invitations to local school board members. It is hard to see how you can subscribe to and agree with the policies of this organization and faithfully uphold policies as a Board of Ed member that treat all students in Old Bridge fairly, regardless of faith, sexual orientation, or gender identity, without discrimination. You serve and represent a diverse school system, and it is important that all Board of Ed members remain apolitical and represent the entire community rather than a particular ideology. Your attendance appears to violate your oath to the greater Old Bridge public school community, and actually violates letter F of the New Jersey Code of Ethics for board members. I brought copies for you should you need a reference and reminder of what your ethics are. I'm going to read the specific ethics that I believe is important here. This is ethics F. I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interest or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends. And so I have two direct questions to those members who attended this event that I believe each of you owe a response to the Old Bridge community. Your responses are required for transparency and to ensure trust that you are representing all members of the school district, okay? So my two questions are, what were your goals for attending this event? Do you support the New Jersey Family Policy Center's policies? And number two, how will you uphold your obligation to represent a diverse public school community if you also support the goals and policies of this political organization? I will await your response.
Thank you. If you could please sign in, there's a book on the podium up here for anyone else that wants to speak as correspondents or for hearing of the residents. Please sign in the book. Thank you.
Okay, so I will respond to you. As most people in here probably read on Facebook, I, first of all, never heard of what the New Jersey Policy Group was. I attended a summit, and it wasn't just for board members. It was open to the public. Well, not public, vetted public, but it was open to other people besides board members. It had nothing to do with the LGBTQ or anything political, and you guys can huff and puff all you want because I hear it, but the truth is it had to do with parental rights. And it's every policy that we have in place already. It was just talking about a Bill of Rights that was recently passed in a neighboring district. What was the second question? So again, it wasn't for the NJ, again, I've never heard of that group before. I didn't sign any pledge when we attended the meeting or to sign up. I didn't pay to attend a meeting. I went on my own personal time because that's where I wanted to attend. How do I keep a non-political? Because again, it had nothing to do with anything LGBTQ. It had to do with parental rights and all the policies that we already have in place on our board.
We're not going back and forth. I'm sorry, that's not the setup of our meeting.
It's fine, I'll answer her question. The parental rights policies that we have in place, we already have in place. They're already approved by our district. So it's neither there nor here. it was literally a Bill of Rights that was passed in a neighboring district, just summarizing all of our parental rights policies that we have. So it had nothing to do with anything that that group stands for. Again, I never even heard of that group. You can believe me, you cannot believe me. That's my truth, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I also would like to add, I definitely went there. It was as a private citizen and as a parent of this school district, and I also want to know what's going on. That's my curiosity, and I was not in favor of anything. And again, all those you spoke about, I'm not even familiar or aware. Nothing of that sort was discussed. It's more about, their ideas. So there's nothing wrong in hearing some ideas. And coming to the Old Bridge, yes, I'm committed here, and by our policies and bylaws that we have on the books, that's what I go by, not by what I get heard from people from anywhere in the world. So I just want to make it very clear. I go by the laws that we define here, and I'm ethically accountable for what I perform in my role for this school district, for every student in the district, or anybody living in Old Bridge as a community. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to piggyback what my two co-members said, we're parents first. We're parents first and foremost. We did sign a code of ethics, and we didn't violate any code of ethics. If I'm going to attend something on my personal time regarding parental rights, I am more than at liberty to do so without violating any rights. You made some outrageous accusations that were political. I've seen that plenty on social media. I've actually seen the rumors spread on multiple platforms that I actually touched on last week at the last meeting. And this is just like, just triggered rage clickbait rhetoric that doesn't even happen. We were accused of signing some kind of pledge. As Board of Ed members, we were never proposed a pledge, nor did we sign one. There was never any talk about the LGBTQ community or anybody else for that matter to be excluding. So again, these are just presumptuous rumors that are being constantly spread about us on social media. It's not nice, and at least you asked, but those were wild accusations that are farly inaccurate. Thank you.
Any other hearing of the residents? Okay, seeing none, I will close that. Do we have any old or new business?
I have new business. The Old Bridge High School Chinese National Honor Society is having their Lunar New Year celebration this Friday. My daughter is one of the officers, so I can tell you the hours that these students are putting into work. They're getting sponsorships from the community. They're getting, it's a free event open to all, but they do ask for RSVPs because they are providing food. But the information is on their social media, but it's from 5 to 8:30. I know information went to the board with some wrong time. I know they plan on sending out a new information, but it is 5 to 8:30. So these kids are really excited about it.
I have some new stuff. Who's up? Rich, you go.
Thank you, sir. I guess this will fall on the old business, and this is a question for Mr. Wydell. We have endured, I believe, 7 snow events so far this year, and there is a forecast for a mega nor'easter for this coming weekend, where they're saying right now anywhere from 8 to 14 inches of snow, Sunday into Monday. So how is this impacting our budget? Because obviously the more snow we have, the more money we spend, and I know that we budgeted X amount of dollars. Could you just advise where we are regarding our snow budget and removal costs?
Dr. Sasso says snow only happens on Sunday, so it can't
Doesn't
impede
matter, we
school.
still have to
No,
plow.
it's
crushing
happening
us.
Sunday night into Monday, and it's a mega storm.
We are over budget currently.
I think we
I don't
should
have
all
the
vote no.
specifics, but we are over.
I'm
Vote
moving.
no to snow. That's it.
Yeah, we are over budget at this point. Unfortunately, again, even when it snows on the weekend, we still have the responsibility to plow, to remove the snow. So we have been over budget. It's something that myself and Ms. Flynn in my office are looking forward to when we do transfers. We're addressing it, but again, we're over budget. It's hard to predict or hope that. And when my wife told me the forecast, I said, please don't happen. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm doing the opposite of wearing your pajamas inside out.
I'm sorry, could you just explain to the public where the monies come from when we're over budget? Obviously, you have a line item, you try to predict the future, and if you allocated $500,000, where does the additional monies come from in the event that we're over budget?
So snow plowing is budgeted out of our facilities and grounds 263 function. When you're over budget in that function, you have to look elsewhere, other accounts, even as much as perhaps a tuition that wasn't used for a student or anticipated placement. Ideally, where we try to look for first is any available balances in the required maintenance lines, or whether it's contracted services to make repairs at schools, landscaping or general grass cutting, or trades materials that are purchased to do jobs. So we look at those areas first. If there's not enough funding there, you go out elsewhere throughout the entire budget, really. So anything's really on the table, but again, you pick and plug, and it comes down to, and I'm sure we'll get into it when we start talking about our budget in the next few years. We had pretty light winters the past few years, and the budget that we had budgeted was able to be sufficient. And then even when it didn't snow enough, you had that extra money and you could put it elsewhere. That wasn't the case this year, unfortunately, and so this board will have to make the decision going forward. Do you increase that budget in 26, 27, and potentially take funds from other areas that you need? So that'll be a discussion that we have moving forward. Or do you hope just for a later winter next year? So,
Mr. Wydell, could you please provide to the board the actual amount that was budgeted for snow removal this year and where we stand?
So I don't have it off the top of my head, but I will provide out.
You can provide it to us so we can understand how far over budget we are, and usually, whatever was excess will be in our excessive fund balance would carry over to next year. Obviously, we're running a deficit, so it's less monies that we're going to be able to carry over. So if you can kindly provide to the board where we stand
No
for snow
problem.
removal.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll bring some fun into instead of spending money. So the Old Bridge Education Foundation has some campaigns and fundraisers coming up. On March 7th, Max Challenge down the block on 516 is having a fitness, fun, and fundraising event. It's a $20 donation. If you show up, break a sweat, break open your wallet. All the money goes towards the Old Bridge Education Foundation, which, again, gives grants to teachers. For the third or maybe fourth year, we're doing the Lucky Charm campaign again. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of success with it. You'll be getting an email from the district. Basically, if there's any teacher, para, noon supervisor, nurse, secretary, any staff member that goes above and beyond for your child, you'll be able to nominate them, and they'll get a digital certificate. Those donations start at $5. So you'll be able to recognize somebody who makes a difference for your child in the district. You can look out for an email from the district. And then finally, I have a plug. Kimberly Mascarello asked me to plug her thing at Sandburg. Let me get it. Yes, the Carl Sandburg presents Disney's High School Musical Junior, March 5th to the 8th. They start at 7 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and there's a 2 p.m. show on Sunday. I believe it's on our website, maybe, yes? Yeah, to find it? Okay, if not, we'll put it on the website, but Carl Sandburg, I've been to it, so it's the Disney High School Musical. Come support the school, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
You can hear me? Okay. Confusing. Okay. So I just wanted to mention, I've just continued doing some of the school tours. Being a new board member, I've gotten to see now Shara. I've gotten to go to McDivitt. Mrs. Bloom, their guidance counselor, she's raised actually thousands of dollars now by selling used books and donating them to the food bank. So I just wanted to give her a shout out and kudos. Mrs. Bloom was wonderful. My son went to McDivitt, and so it was very very nostalgic going there. Of course, we didn't have Mrs. George there, but, she's one of our faves. I also went to Shira recently. I got to hang out for a Play Unified meeting with Miss Jenks, and I really enjoy going to the schools and seeing the sensory halls. I'm also told that Miss Jenks was to credit for setting that up in the hallways. They look so nice. I really enjoyed those meetings a lot. I'm really excited to learn today that we have Unified going to be happening for McDivitt. It's something a lot of parents have been asking about, and I'd really love to see more people sign up for this in our middle schools, faculty-wise. And if there's something that we can entice you with, please reach out to us, because it's just such a wonderful program I'd love to see for our middle schoolers. I want to wish our community a happy Lunar New Year, which is today, the year of the fire horse. And I also want to wish our Muslim community a prosperous and healthy Ramadan, which will be starting tomorrow evening. And that's it for me. Oh, you know what? I did want to touch on one more thing. On Thursday, because we were talking about the funding, is an assembly meeting regarding the school budget committee, and it's at 10 a.m. So I didn't get to research all of it yet. I might try to see if I can dig a little bit into it to see, but there's just people talking about the fact that we could email to have a say in it, so it wouldn't hurt for community members to reach out to them regarding our funding. We have a new governor, and hopefully a different funding formula for our district. And so I just wanted to touch on that in case anybody wanted to reach out to our local legislation and have a say in where hopefully our school funding goes this time. That's it.
Anyone else? Okay. Brooke, I'm glad you mentioned that we now have Play Unified at all of our schools. We just completed McDivitt. I think Dr. Sasso said there is somebody here who is doing that. Is that correct?
Dr. Doherty was
Oh, Dr. Thank you. Okay. I was going to say, I'm like, that's not the name you're telling me here. Thank you. We're very excited to get that going, so fantastic job. Okay, well, if that is all, I am going to ask for a motion to go into closed executive session, and we will not be coming back out.
Ms. Owen will gladly motion.
Richards Patterson will second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're going into exec.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone,
all.
for coming out tonight. We appreciate you. Have a great night.